You're listening to iCannabisRadio.com.
You're listening to Reverend Jeremy
and Georgia
on iCannabisRadio.com.
Holy happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Holy happy Monday.
We're at iCannabis Radio.
We are. We're right here. And you're there, wherever there is. So welcome there.
But it's like you're here because...
Or it's like we're there.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah. We travel through the cyber waves.
I love that smell when you put a candle out and that wick, the waxy wick smell. Isn't that a funny smell? I like that so much.
Waxy whiff?
Wick. The waxy wick smell.
Paraffin?
Is that what I'm smelling? Is paraffin?
Smell.
Well, that would make sense.
Well, no, because it's yeah, maybe.
Today is the 21st of July, which I didn't really realize until, oh my gosh, that's so funny. The smoke that you're seeing on the screen is from a candle, not from somebody hiding under the desk. Chris has someone in between his knees right there.
Right.
That didn't sound the way that I wanted it to sound, and I was going to let it go, and then I thought I had to say it because everyone's out there is laughing at that, and that's not my intention at all.
Yeah.
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 So happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. This is so great. I love that you're here.
So this is her last Monday for this little journey, which has been, it feels like it's been a long time, and then on the other hand it feels like it's been a day.
A day.
You know, and it's going, the days are starting to go by quick.
What's the best thing that you've done since you've been here?
See, my dad asked me that question on our way here, but I don't know.
Oh,
I love that. Wait, I have to say this, that you know, everyone's like, what's your favorite color? And you don't have to have a favorite anything. You can just appreciate everything. It doesn't have to be favorites. I love that.
yeah.
I thought it was going to be seeing me,
Yeah.
but if it wasn't going to see me, then, you know, screw it.
Yeah, usually when somebody asks you that, you look at them and you go, well, seeing you, silly, duh.
Just kidding.
And then they look at you and they're like, "Aw," and you're like, "Sweet. So how are you doing?" And you just move right on through, and yeah, I don't know.
You don't have to be like that, though.
You don't. You could be however you want.
So when did your mom get here?
The other day.
Good. Is she having fun?
I don't know.
You haven't seen her?
I've seen her a few times.
Okay. I know this isn't her visit. This is your visit.
Exactly.
Exactly. Do you know what we're talking about tonight?
Some of the stuff from the Denver County Fair.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been to the fair? That's right. I forgot about that.
I was supposed to work it last year, but didn't.
So,
Our haunted house was there.
Oh,
No, that was 2 years ago.
cool.
2 years ago. My bad.
So, Scott Taylor's going to be in the studio tonight in just a little bit to talk about this. This year, the fair is going to be different than any county fair has ever been, ever.
But not as different as I was expecting it to be, because I learned that none of the awesome fun stuff will be on site. All judging will be done elsewhere, and there will be pictures and stuff like that. Anything that's outright legal, like a bong, you probably still have to call it a water tube, and it probably shouldn't be dirty. But you know, if you've got a nice, clean, nice piece, clean that shit out and enter it. It's probably too late now, but doesn't that start this next weekend? It's a week and a half, 2 weeks almost.
I know, that's why he's on.
It's coming up quick.
I got it. I got it all figured out.
Nice.
I know. I'm super excited. I just think it's so interesting. What did you do to yourself? Did she touch her hair, so you had to touch your hair?
I have a forehead joke going on.
Oh, you guys have big foreheads?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sign of beauty.
So
But he has bigger hands, so he has a bigger forehead. So
on that note, we went to the Renaissance Fair yesterday.
You did. How
and
was that?
I discovered, well, expensive, as usual. I expect nothing less. One of the issues is that I learned about my daughter. It's not really an issue, kind of. I mean, it could become an addiction. I could see. Oh, wait,
Turkey
it already
legs.
is. No.
No.
She looks good in every single hat she puts on.
You do.
Doesn't matter.
I'm not surprised.
She put on some goofy hats, jester hat, like cool looking hats.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. It's like,
She looks
damn.
adorable.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's like,
surprised,
all
Alyssa.
right.
I'm not surprised at all. Did you get any hats?
Well,
No.
I got a hat, but as soon as I got it, she
Wore
Took
it
it?
for the rest
took
of the
it
day.
and wore it for the rest of the day.
What was
But
it?
I got one of them trifold
It was
pirate
a-
hats.
Yeah.
Well, I've gone sailing now every year for years, and so the
So you
first
think that
couple
makes you
years I
proud?
had a fuzzy. Well, we've been trying to be
but
pirates,
you had
like sea pirates for years.
You had a
to look
Japanese
for-
hat.
I did. It was a little windy, and my string was super fragile, so I didn't wear it. But
So what did you guys do at the Renaissance Festival?
Walked around.
walked around.
Did you see any any jousting? I mean,
Well, there were people,
Do they do
like,
that?
it seemed like it was getting ready to start, but there were no people on horses. There was just a lot of stuff going on. We were all starving, so we went to go get food.
turkey legs.
Steak on a stick.
No,
He saw it,
after
but he
we
didn't
had
get
eaten.
it.
Otherwise, I would have got that, because that shit's bomb. There was some kid sitting there eating it. It's like, you distract him, I'll take it, and we'll just meet back at the water wheel, or what?
You thought about stealing steak from a child? That's a problem.
Well, he was a teenager. I don't feel as much mercy for teenagers.
Okay.
They don't have mercy. Why should we?
Well, Dad.
Well, it's different with you. Like there's mercy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's us against whoever necessary. But
Sure.
Against whoever necessary.
Thanks, Dad.
That's cute.
Well, my answer is better than your thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank your father, kids.
Thanks, Dad. We're gonna thank my dad in a little bit.
We have
never
to.
never too old for that.
No.
Well, it's just so cool to me that that the Denver Fair is going to go all cannabis. I mean, it's just it's gonna hit.
Wait, you said go all cannabis. Are they dropping everything else and going all
No,
weed? Oh,
no. But I mean,
They're going to cannabis.
they're
They're allowing it.
They're gonna have a whole section dedicated
Well,
to
they
cannabis
should.
competition. So you can have your pies, and you can have your livestock and compete with all of those, and your big tomatoes, and now you can have your cannabis.
So, do you know all the categories?
I don't, but Scott will tell us.
I'm excited for that.
I know, it's really fun.
There's
It's
supposed to be a joint rolling contest with oregano.
That's stupid.
I mean, yes and no. Again, if you
It's
think
legal
about it,
in Colorado. But I know the business is like, well, we don't know because the feds and everything, and it's scary.
Little kids be there too, though.
yeah. I mean, it is pretty.
Are they serving alcohol there? Is there beer at the Denver County Fair? I know, imagine that. It's really weird. So beer, it's okay. Alcohol, it's okay. But yeah,
Point well taken.
we'll just leave it out there.
Point well taken.
Anyways, carrying on.
I have a GNU hair on my nose. Because he got up on my lap because he thinks he's a lap dog, and he weighs how much?
85, 90.
He's a strong dog too. I walked
Yeah,
out a little bit ago.
he got
to,
knocked down and gotten beaten
Oh,
up
he came
by
up
two
and
dogs.
high-fived my junk. Like right away, jumped up and was all boom right in the dick, and it's like, thanks, asshole. So right away went down, and then I grabbed him. I'm sorry, grabbed him, put him in a headlock, and he just spun me around. It's like sweet. We're on a pit bull merry-go-round, and I grabbed him, and he's just pushing, and it was like I was a rag doll. Literally, it felt totally great. I was at a good angle to where I just spun around.
Oh, that's nice.
Real well, and it didn't hurt, but it was way funny and put a little perspective on that little puppy.
I know, right?
Who's no longer a little puppy.
I know he's almost 9 months old.
He's 10 months old.
What?
He's
Uh-uh.
he's big.
Uh-uh.
October is when he was born.
I know.
Oh, so
9
he's
months.
nine.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
I was 1 month ahead.
Yeah. Trying to age him. You know how I know how old his dog is? Because my dog is the same age.
Right.
So if my dog's 9 months, your dog can't be 10 months.
At one point in time, they were the same size too.
For a second. For like a second.
Like the first half of the first day,
The first half of the first day.
and that's it.
And then Boone never grew, and GNU did.
God damn it.
But anyway, So I just think it's amazing that that this fair it's making history. It's making history, and I'm so proud of Scott that he is organizing all of this and all the help he's going to need. It's just wonderful.
Scott is amazing.
He's amazing.
Like, I can't wait till he gets here. That's why when I saw that today, it's like, yes, I can't wait for tonight. Just because it's fun. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't get out. I don't see a whole lot of people anymore.
I'm trying to remember the last time I saw him.
Right, especially Scott. It's been a while, so
He's
I'm
a busy
excited.
man. He's
Actually, probably at one of the memorials.
I don't even think I saw him.
Was he may or may not have been there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that you would remember. Do you think he would remember?
No.
Alyssa,
What?
No.
I remember small chunks of the first memorial. Just small,
What?
not even chunks, small tidbits.
I know. And I just realized that my finger's up Bob Marley's.
Are you fingering Bob Marley?
It's a finger puppet, but it just feels awkward. It's really cute, though. I don't know.
Dude, finger.
It's not Bon Jovi, Dad.
It doesn't
Just
look
because he's
like
black, he's not Bon Jovi? What kind of racist pig are you? Dang.
Not racist.
Look, wait, watch. Ready?
he doesn't have any legs.
There it comes. Bon Jovi. Boom. Just like
Why
that.
do you think it
That's
looks
not
like
Bon Jovi.
Everything's
Bon Jovi to
You
him.
know what? So I was at a restaurant yesterday morning for breakfast, and they were playing a Bon Jovi song.
If you throw
It's
this
not,
under his arm, it'll look like he's carrying the commandments.
It's not breakfast music.
Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
It's not breakfast music?
No.
Well, if everything's Bon Jovi, then something he sings is breakfast music.
No. So let me, really quick before we take our first break, I want to tell you guys a little bit about something that was sent to the station, and in the next couple of weeks we'll have these guys on. But we got an advance copy of a CD, music compilation called 420 Liberation, and it's a bunch of original songs about marijuana legalization and what's happened in Washington and Colorado, and yeah, it's pretty exciting.
I was just going to say that it's not Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi is not on this compilation.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what I hear.
He's not.
Which is strange. It's hard to be outside of the realm of Bon Jovi.
I could be happy outside of the realm of Bon Jovi.
It's impossible.
I don't even know that I necessarily know a single song that I would sing along to.
Really? You wouldn't sing along to Living on
No.
a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive,
No.
You Give Love a Bad Name?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You grew up in that time. You are no. Shame on you. I almost feel like you should hold out your hand and have a little swat, but oh no, turn it.
Because I don't like that music.
Yes.
Because I
Yes. Anybody else, that's fine. But you, for
'Cause I'm
some reason,
old?
no, because you're old. You're not old.
we got to take a break right now.
Do we want to talk about your dad real quick?
We got to take a break right now.
Oh, okay. We take a break. Oh, too late.
It's okay. Got to take a break.
Okay,
Right now,
we'll be right back.
Law Office of Edson Maton and Matz provides criminal defense, family law, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running a medical marijuana center, optional premises cultivation operation, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout the state of Colorado. We're focused on providing high-quality service and customer satisfaction. We will do everything we can to meet your expectations. WarrenEdson.com. Edson Maton and Matz in Denver, 303-831-8188, and in Aspen, 970-948-7183. WarrenEdson.com.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it. On grass. Runongrass.com.
I'm Gary Johnson, and you're listening to iCannabis Radio, and I want to say, talk it up, Colorado.
And we're back. Well, some of us. But, Scott. We have Scott. Oh, and the dogs. Oh, 1, 2, 1. Go on. Beat it. Oh, and somebody's phone is dying.
Not mine.
Anyways, have a seat. Welcome. Let's get situated before we start bombarding you with questions here. But we were just talking, hyping up the fair. That's coming up in, a week and 5 days?
That's right.
When does it start? Friday?
It's August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
So
that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. So, how long have you been working on this?
Since early February.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm terrible at introductions. Thanks. So, Scott, I've known you for quite a while. I don't even know how to introduce you, other than you're just one of those really awesome people that we're really fortunate to know. You know how to do lots of things. I like reading your posts, following your stories. Yeah.
I do a little bit of everything, and I try to keep busy. When I sit around, it drives me crazy, and so when I find something to do, it makes me happy.
Right. Well, let's talk about one of these things that you're working on.
Well, at Denver County Fair, the Pot Pavillion, it's I tell you, it's been a challenge. Some of it, of course, is like, oh, great, awesome, but everyone thinks, oh, yeah, let's go down to the fair and bring our plants, and no, it's not that easy.
Right. How many people do you think are going to do that?
Well, let's see. As of close, we had 4 commercial entrants from one house, so to speak, and 1 homegrown entrant, and that's as far as plants. 3 were from Boulder, 1 was from Firestone, but unfortunately, no buds and no hash were entered. Again, the hash competition was pretty restrictive due to the city and due to different structures, but the hash was going to be a traditional handmade only, but we got no entries. So
what would have happened had one entry? Would they have won the first?
They would have gotten a
Denver
blue ribbon.
Fair blue
That's
ribbon
right.
in
That's
hash
right.
making. Now that would be something to slap down.
I'll
Because
tell
now
you.
cups are just
Well,
get
and
a
that's the
cup in
thing.
the flea market now.
Cups are a dime a dozen. No offense, because they're still very coveted, but there's a lot of them out there, and you see a good franchise and people will spin off on it. That's and no offense to people who won one, because man, I'll tell you, that's
I participated in the winning cup team, so that's why I feel I could talk a little shit.
you can.
Plus, I won a secret cup too, so whatever.
There you go.
I really make fun of cups now.
Now, it's every step of the way, basically, we came up with great ideas and some great competitions, and then we went to the city attorney, and they went, no.
Of course they did.
And they didn't tell us which part of it was not okay. It was like playing the game Mastermind. It was like, okay, so one of the pins is correct. We don't know which one. And so we would then rearrange things and come back to them again. They'd say, no. We finally got, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. And yes, you can do this. But again, it was in the ways that we can do it. And so the plants that have been entered, the way that it'll happen is first someone will submit a picture of their plants. Since there's only 4, it's kind of moot. If we'd had 20, it'd been one thing. But people will then go to the location of where these plants are located versus having the plants come to us, because that would be illegal. That would be against the letter of 64. See, that's the thing. 64 was good legislation because it got us to the point of being legal, but it had a lot of unfortunate consequences. A lot of things that nobody thought, how is this going to affect later on?
This is very true.
So now we need to fix what, and then everyone knows that, that's a completely different story, because we could just go on and on about that. But the unfortunate consequences are we have to go to the location of the plants and then judge them on site, which, okay, we've got some competent judges who are very capable of taking a look at a plant and saying, oh, wow, look at that. That's a good looking plant. Luckily, there's some people who've maybe grown 1 or 2, and maybe even had one or 2 go bad, and so therefore can say, yep, oh.
When it really helps if you have some that go bad and you have some that go good, for the obvious reasons.
Yeah, pendulum spectrum. You can see both ends. And what we're hoping for is prime specimens and not, somebody's Charlie Brown ganja plant,
Well, and it should be. I feel fairly confident that.
Well, the 3 commercials, obviously, and the 1 homegrown. I'm really eager to see what the difference is, and because everyone says, "Oh well, I grow better because I'm homegrown," and of course,
right? So we grow better because we got money.
Right. We've got money. We've got 100 lights in a 10-foot by 30. Yeah. So let's see what happens. Unfortunately, no buds, no hash. That was really going to be the interesting.
What about edibles?
Yes, we did. We have 17 edible entries. And
Wow.
yeah, and that's running a gamut from a grandmother type person with her own recipe, and back down to an MIP, and so it's going to be kind of interesting to see how that goes. And we've got. Let me see. Tried to get my paperwork here ready, but the edible competition is going to happen at a private space. It's away from the fair, and it's a private venue. It's private property, not public property, and that way people can consume on their edibles on site, and it's not a problem. There are going to be several judges, but here's the thing: it's not going to be judged on how strong is this edible. Uh-huh. It's going to be judged on what's the quality of the flavor. Is this a good edible? Does it taste good? Does it smell good? Does it have a good flavor compared to a normal fill in the blank? If it was a chocolate-covered piece of peanut butter, did it taste like a chocolate-covered piece of peanut butter? Does it taste like a highly medicated chocolate piece of peanut butter?
Now, is there any testing being done so that there can be verified?
Again,
what if somebody enters something that they're like, well, maybe they won't know that there's not weed in here, so we just won't put weed in here, so then they definitely won't taste it.
Again,
only Jeremy would think of how someone would try to get around the competition.
No, actually, I had tried to think, but he beat me because I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
But
I've thrown events before, you
unfortunately, due to the restrictions of 64, testing is only eligible for confirmed people with licenses, centers, MIPs, that sort of thing. Gotcha. They won't test, Granny Jane's pie to see if it's medicated. And
wouldn't that be so cool, though?
Yes, actually it would, and it should be, because the thing is, well, we're trying to set a baseline. We're trying to set this as a state of normal, and there's plenty of contests out there that are for those of us who are already on the bandwagon, the choir that's already been converted, so to speak.
Yep.
But the fair is basically for people like Joe and Jane Normal. This is a chance for Joe and Jane Normal to come down and see what it's all about and get the idea that maybe it's not scoring from some sketchy guy down by the bus station.
That's right.
This is
down by the bus station.
Right. No, this is just as normal as anything else.
Yeah.
You can sit and enjoy it in your house.
Well, that's the goal then.
Right. That is the goal.
Because while they're looking at pictures of these beautiful plants sipping on their beer, they're going to go, "Wow, that's a pretty picture."
But you know what? It's. I mean, let's some baby steps. Let's just be happy. We were talking about this before you got here.
I know it's just a law. I just have to rip on it a little.
It's a happy Monday.
It is a happy Monday because look at what we're even complaining about.
That's right. Thank you.
Like we could drive down the street and go, look, that says 21 and up. You can just walk in with an ID and buy weed. I mean, just don't get me wrong.
Well,
I was pulled over in Aurora. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
I was pulled over in Aurora because I made an illegal U-turn, and I didn't see the sign. It was the first time I've been pulled over in 5 years. I mean, I've actually been, kind of cleaning up my act as far as that goes. And for once, he didn't say, "Is there anything in this car?"
Really?
He didn't say, "Is there anything in this car that I need to know about? Do you have any ...
Yeah.
Because they always do, too.
Right.
They really do.
Yeah. And in my first thing in my head, of course, I'm like, check yourself.
I do that, too. I'm like, where's my shit? Okay, where's my license, my ID, my insurance? Okay, it's not near anything stupid. I didn't bring anything. Okay, good.
And, but And he said, I'd love to be able to let you go because it looks like this is the first time you've been pulled over in 5 years. But I've got a mandatory of all the people who pull an illegal U-turn. That's why we're sitting right here. We saw you do it, and my boss is right there next to me. So. Okay.
Nice
So
officer.
for helping people, if they're sitting there, where's this at? Where do people not want to go or flip that U-turn?
That would be that first 2 blocks inside the Aurora border from Yosemite to... I'm not sure. It goes back to A, like Elmira or Alton or...
Okay, so if you're on Yosemite, watch out.
Right.
Don't do anything stupid.
Deal.
Actually, how does it go? Don't break the law, asshole.
Something like that.
We've been doing liar, liar quotes for the last 3 weeks.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, you're supposed to yell it, but, I just didn't. I'm sorry I looked at you when I said that asshole thing. My bad.
Thank
You're
you.
not an asshole.
No, I'm not. There's one. Okay, so
His head is stuck.
so how did people know to?
Oh, it's magnetic.
Yeah, that's how he's.
His head's
How
heavy.
did people know to enter? What was the process that you went through to get entries?
There's a website, and it is... Well, it doesn't matter now because, unfortunately, the entries have actually closed. But there's a website that's associated with the DenverCountyFair.com, and it had all the different categories, and then you could just go to the category. $5 would be an entry for any of the
So cool.
categories.
Was that consistent with the entries for other categories in the fair?
That's correct.
The pie eating, or
That's
the
right.
pie, or the biggest pumpkin, or
That's right.
nice.
So I'm not going to lie. This seems like it's happening a whole lot faster than
Right.
you would think it would. Like we just
Stores just opened in January.
Yeah, and we're
in
already-
August, we're at the Denver Fair.
Right.
You're
the best.
It's as
I love it.
mainstream as it gets. Like that's so awesome.
Well,
Like,
like,
it
Blue
really is.
ribbons.
Like, it's
Right?
as
Blue
real as it gets
ribbons.
now.
Blue
Blue ribbons.
ribbons.
Yeah, everyone wants the fair.
That's right.
Blue ribbons.
And you can get, just like you can go and get a pie and eat a pie and do it fast and get a blue ribbon, or bake a pie and do it well and get a blue ribbon.
I want to enter for the pie. I could do great at a pie eating contest.
Well, see, now that I'm really up on this, like next year, I would like to do some edibles and enter those.
Butterfinger.
Because there could.
So, I want to go back just for a second when you talked about this is about just the normal people. For me, it's the people that don't even know that you're there that are going to stumble across it, and they're going to be shocked for a minute, and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, that's pot!" And then they're going to read some information. They're going to see what's going on, and
We've got educational. We've got Michelle LeMay. We've got oh gosh, I forgot to bring. I'm really sorry to all my sponsors. I'm terribly sorry. I should have written all this down, and I work 12 hours a day. Anyway,
I know, and we're so grateful that you were able to make it. I was.
Oh no, I my wife took one look at me and said, "You're not going looking like that." So she takes care of me.
See, that's good.
But
There's people out there that aren't taken care of. You can tell. You look at them and didn't anybody tell you?
yes,
Big giant
yes,
panty lines.
There are.
Not you though.
It's awesome.
Oh, that's funny.
But well, some of the things that you can still show up and enter are the speed rolling contest, which is sponsored by Raw Rolling Papers.
Nice.
You can, and yes, I know people are busting my butts about the fact that yes, it is oregano, but it's a live competition, and it's at the Denver County Fair, and so therefore we have to play within. We have the tightest 2 lines in the sand, and it's literally like walking on your tiptoes to
Yeah.
get through on these lines, and so.
And we get to do this.
Right,
And that's-
exactly.
yeah.
And so, and they're giving us a shot, so we got to be as cool as we can.
That's right.
And so the joint ruling contest, you can still show up. We've got several different times you can show up
This
and
is
do
hand
that.
rolling.
Yeah, that's hand rolling. There's
I'd spill oregano everywhere.
How do they test the smoke ability? Because that should be.
Oh yeah, that would be the other thing that would be my problem is that
yeah.
I would.
See, that's once again because
But this is
I
first
think
year.
what
It
I
doesn't
want to
matter,
do
just-
is hook it up to a bike pump and see how it goes through a bike pump and see if it runs horribly. Which that's probably a terrible way.
It doesn't matter. All the,
Actually,
the,
that's
the
not
idea.
a bad
No, it
idea.
doesn't matter. The idea is
Pepsi bottle with like a
how
steamroller.
many in a period of time, right?
Right,
That's the whole
and
idea. So
how
what?
does it look? Does it look like a perfect joint? Is it does it
Perfect.
Look, is it tight on the two
Yeah.
ends and giant and fat? Is it submarine or is it a nice universal? Looks like a cigarette, which unfortunately the cigarette is the ideal.
Right.
But is
Because
it,
it's made from a machine and
Right.
everyone looks exactly the same.
right? And
Crutches
again,
or no
how
crutches
fast?
in the joints, like
That's up to the individual.
oh, that's very
You can either
interesting
crutch
as
it or
well.
not, And again, because I had a guy come up to me when we were at the Cup, and he said, "Take a look at this," and he opened up like a secrets box, and he had 10 joints in there that were all stacked, and they were the most perfect joints I'd ever seen, and they were clearly a 1.5, and it was literally all the way around, lick, shut, boom, done.
Wow.
And he's like, "Here, we have to try one." So, okay, let go of my arm. And it didn't run. It went all the way down to a perfect roach. It was literally the perfect joint. I thought, my God.
This dude should enter this
Right.
contest.
Sir, you need to enter.
Yeah. Unless he can't do it fast. Unless
Oh, no, and that's the thing. He showed me right there. Done. Oh, it's like, wow.
people have skills.
Yeah, exactly. And he said, "I hate pipes. I hate bongs. All I do is smoke joints." Well, then you, sir, should enter. So,
Oh, I can't stand the way the paper burn smells, especially inside. Feels like it lingers forever.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That's no joint smoking allowed in iCannabis Radio. Sorry.
Oh, it's no. It's
But roll fast, because I want us to win. Someone's got to enter. Chrissy, will you enter? No, you're not going to be here. You can't enter. 'cause
I'm a terrible joint
No.
roller. I wouldn't want to represent us. I'm sorry.
I guess it's up to me.
There you go.
You, however, can not only run on grass, but
I can't roll. I
Runs
can't
on
roll to
grass.
save my life.
you can't roll that grass.
And I can't roll that oregano.
Well, how
It doesn't
about
matter.
Grateful Dead karaoke?
I can't do that either, but I would love to watch that. That would be really fun.
Especially if you had been practicing rolling beforehand. I really
Right.
think that's the key.
That's awesome.
And once again, there's also the Dorito eating contest.
Dorito. We should.
Yeah, that's right. A live competition of Dorito eating contest, and the competition is how many, how fast, and actually, I'm not sure what. I think it's 5 minutes.
Oh, I could eat a lot of. I don't even like Doritos, and I could eat a lot in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing. And so
There's
somebody
other
will-
chips. I would enter that.
Yeah.
So-
Now afterwards, it's going to be kind of
So what time is the schedule out? And so these events have a time and a day.
right. Friday at 6 p.m. is the first joint rolling contest. Saturday at 1 is the first Grateful Dead karaoke.
Cute.
Then 5 p.m. is the next speed rolling on Saturday.
Speed.
Then Sunday is the Dorito eating contest and the final on the speed rolling contest.
That's awesome.
And-
Is there a charge to get into the Denver County Fair?
$8 to get in, but it's it's worth your money.
Absolutely.
Is this in a segregated area, or is it just you could be
Segregated?
walking, looking at
Yes,
this, looking at that?
actually, it is. It is in a 21 and only, where they will be checking and giving you a special bracelet to get up the stairs kind of environment.
So what's that for, though?
Well, originally it was going to be a beer pavilion / pot pavilion, but they had even worse trouble getting microbrew and
Oh, really?
yeah, and
Colorado loves that, so I'm shocked.
well, yeah, but see that they also have very specific liquor laws within the National Western Building, and they're kind of stuck into certain sponsorships that they have.
Sure.
And and so they didn't do as well as we did, and we sold the entire thing. We got
Right.
we've got 54 booths now, I think.
So
And,
cool. We need to take a quick break. Would that be okay?
Yeah, totally. We got lots of questions still, I'm sure.
let go of my
Absolutely.
arm.
All right. Well, you're listening to iCannabis Radio.
It's Happy Monday. We'll be right back.
High up in the Rockies is beautiful Frisco, Colorado. Medical Marijuana of the Rockies is a medical marijuana center with compassion for Colorado's medical patients. Looking for great meds grown organically in soil? You've come to the right place. Medical Marijuana of the Rockies is just off I-70 at exit 203. Check them out at the web at www.mmrockies.com. Their ever-changing strain and clone selection is updated on the website daily. When making a trip to the mountains, no matter the season, stop by Medical Marijuana of the Rockies. Make sure you say you heard about them on iCannabis Radio. You can call 970-668-MEDS to get more information. Medical Marijuana of the Rockies, your mountain source for meds.
The Law Office of Edson, Mayton, and Matz provides criminal defense, family law, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running a medical marijuana center, optional premises cultivation operation, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout the state of Colorado. We're focused on providing high-quality service and customer satisfaction. We will do everything we can to meet your expectations. WarrenEdson.com. Edson, Mayton, and Matz in Denver, 303-831-8188, and in Aspen, 970-948-7183. WarrenEdson.com.
You're listening to Reverend Jeremy
and Georgia
on iCannabisRadio.com.
And we are back.
You're in charge. That you are
No,
in charge.
don't in charge
I don't
me.
want to. I don't want
I
to do
know.
ins and outs.
I don't
None.
want to be in charge.
I just want to do the middles.
Okay. Well, only because I wear the headphones, so I can tell when we're back.
I know, but I
it
suck
was
at
fun
it.
watching the guessing game where you're just like, and we're hold on, no, wait, hold on.
I wonder, of all the shows that we have done, how many of them, my coming back from breaks, I've already 3 sentences in.
Probably a few.
Uh-huh.
But that's where these things are great, because you can tell where all the commercials are and.
I just like when Chris says talk.
We need to make up new commercials. Just make up random shit, like ads for shit that doesn't exist, that have fun messages in them, but for stuff that like a cable company that just doesn't exist in Colorado or something that just sounds amazing.
Okay, we'll get on that. Of course, now you spoiled it because you told everybody that that's what we're going to do. But that's all right.
You will all forget. You will all forget.
August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
That you will not forget.
No.
That's right.
So even though there's no cannabis on site, they're still going to require 21 and up to get educated.
Well,
Well.
it's the reason why is because they are also afraid of how much consumption there is going to be, and they want to be very tight about that. Originally, they were going to be a little lenient towards vape pens, but now it looks like city ordinance is going to prevent them from even allowing that, even in the smoking area. And again, originally that was going to be something that they weren't going to really
Don't ask, don't tell policy.
Well,
that's
right,
always successful.
right. Unless it was something that somebody complained about, then not do anything about.
Yeah.
But and so again, we're walking a real balance between
I hear ya.
what's okay with the National Western, what's okay with the city, what's technically to the letter of 64 and the compliance and it's a game.
Yeah, it's a game. It's a game for sure. And again, I mean, like you said, Jared, what we're complaining about is really
Just the law discrepancies. What you can have it.
Excuse me.
You can smoke it. You can be high. Just at home.
Right.
we can be high in public.
Yeah, you can be high in
Well,
public.
as
You
long as
just
you're not
can't drive to
driving.
get there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and ideally, you can't drive for a full day after you've consumed a small amount.
Happy Monday.
That's not a Happy Monday statement.
Okay. So you have 17 edible entries.
That's right.
Do you know the products that they've entered? Can you say? I mean, is it lots of brownies? Do they do some creative things?
I know that it's a pretty wide spectrum.
Nice.
And there's some savory, some sweet.
Ooh.
It's not entirely all, just Rice Krispie treats and brownies.
Good. Which
hey,
we're bored
awesome.
of. Yeah.
No offense, because
Yeah.
Did I offend
honestly.
someone?
No. We all love our edibles, but having to find something that was savory is fantastic. Finding
Absolutely.
something
Medicated
that's
barbecue sauce.
man.
Here's
okay.
the smoked sausage with medicated barbecue sauce. Eat up.
I saw a picture of
be-
medicated bacon online the other day, and I thought,
What did they do? How did they do that? It was cured
Was it
in
medicated
something.
candied bacon?
it was like somebody had cured it, and I'm gonna guess that they cured it with oils in
Yep.
or something along that line.
You could do that. You
Yeah.
could totally do that.
Yeah.
You could do that.
If I was not running the fair, this year, one of the things that I wanted to do was have a stand just selling bacon jerky and frozen lemon cups. And I figured those two things alone. And I wanted my stand to be right outside of the Pot Pavilion.
Right.
So.
Right. I want a frozen lemon cup.
That would
Like
be
kind of right now.
Right.
popular, right? And whatever that bacon thing was.
Bacon
I want that.
jerky,
Bacon jerky sounds great.
you can't go wrong.
Just bacon,
You can't
almost
go wrong.
anything.
And the other one was chocolate dipped bacon jerky. Yeah, you know.
He's giving away all of his amazing business ideas.
It's
right
okay.
now.
I do that all the damn time.
Yeah, we won't steal them.
You know, really,
For
as
sure.
long as that stuff's out there in the world and it can be consumed, then power.
Right,
Right.
Power
exactly.
to us, because
Hey, I don't care if I'm the one out there doing it, as long as someone's doing it, damn it, because then I can buy it and eat it.
Right,
exactly.
So Scott, how did this become you? How did you get involved and organize this unbelievable, historic, precedent-setting event?
I've done far little on the organizing that part, I can tell you that. Dana Kane is the empress of the fair, so to speak. And
Fair has an empress. That's cool. Can I be the empress of iCannabis Radio?
Yes, please.
Okay.
she's got an actual title, but I have no idea what it
It's
is.
not
and
empress?
It's close enough.
It should be.
Right, exactly. And she thought, well, why not? And it went from there, and it has been wildly successful beyond anyone's possible imagination.
Absolutely.
And you know, we've had a lot of support. We've had a lot more support than we've had detractors. And so for the detractors, we've done what we can to placate them and say, here we are, hands open, take a look.
Yeah.
You know, tell us what's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, tell us what, tell us. And half the time when you do that, when you put your hands up and you say, tell us what we can do, people either will own what you can do,
Yeah.
or they go, and you don't see them again.
Yeah. Well, usually the answer, don't you agree, is I just don't like it. I just don't like that marijuana thing, and you shouldn't be there.
Right.
Okay, well, that's not what's up for debate. What's up for debate is how do we make this a palatable event for everyone there?
And what we've done is we've removed it from the children's area so that there's, a very clear separation between the family area and the pot pavilion. We've 4-H, which is a fantastic organization and does fantastic things across the country, this is the first year that they've come back to the fair, and they've been very questionable.
Because it's a kids agricultural
Right.
organization
and we're an agricultural product.
That's
I
right.
mean, because we've got hemp there. We very much have representatives from the first hemp crop in Colorado. We're working. Marijuana is a very big encompassing plant,
That's
from
right.
fabric all the way to medicine, and anything that you can wear on your way to a cancer treatment using the same product is pretty damn impressive. You know?
Right.
And eventually you will drive a car that's made from it, powered by it, live in a house that's made from it, wear fabric that's made by it, and 90% of the medicine that could cure anything that you have on a day-to-day basis could be made from it. Now, this is a
Hallelujah.
Yeah, this is a wonderful and terrifying thing to those in power. And so, we're walking baby steps. We're taking
Yeah.
it the best that we can.
Yeah.
Just like you on the radio here. I mean, there's when you guys first got started, a little resistance, maybe just a
Right.
little.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
You know?
So you're going to talk about pot
Yeah.
and smoke it?
And
On
sex,
camera?
and say bad words and do all this.
I never agreed
freedom
that it was
stuff.
okay to say bad words.
Well, fuck, man. I don't know. Shit, man. Oh, God,
I just
damn
think
it. We'll
this
get
is.
that fucking figured out.
We've talked over the past couple of years actually about how mainstream marijuana is in Colorado, and of course, at the point in time that 64 passed, all of a sudden, it became really sexy and kind of sensationalized and stuff. But it's still in Colorado talking about marijuana, all those kinds of things is pretty commonplace. What makes it the most commonplace is when it's at the fair. All of a sudden, it becomes like a turkey leg.
Right, exactly. It's just about as mom and pop America as you can get. And that's the point. It's
Exactly.
not dangerous.
We-
it's not anything to be frightened of.
We are
It's at
on
the
the
fair.
doorstep of the Thanksgiving parade.
Exactly. You know, the next thing you know, the Macy's Day Parade, and a giant floating bud coming down.
Right?
You know.
We are.
I'll be one of the balloon carriers.
We
for
have
that.
to be right on that doorstep. We have to be giant pot leaf.
The next hot air balloon race, you've got a giant bud floating through the sky.
Right?
You know.
Right. And
As
As long as it doesn't
Thing.
say Sativex underneath.
Right.
Ugh.
Right. Or any trademarked BS.
Yeah, no,
Right.
none of that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I just think that this is so remarkable. I want everyone to go out. You guys have got to spread the word. On August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the National Western Stock
Stock Show building, or National Western Grounds. It's basically Brighton Boulevard and I-70.
Yep.
You can't
Because-
miss it.
You can't miss it.
Really. And there's going to be something for everyone. And even if you don't want to take a look at the Pot Pavilion, which anyone who's listening to this is probably going to want to come and check
Right.
out. But, you know, there's a lot of other things. There's everything from funnel cakes to fun rides, and, you know, there's hamster balls, and, you know.
The big human-sized one?
Oh, yeah.
I wanna do that.
Those are going to be fun.
Oh my. I totally want a hamster ball.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Yeah, there's so much fun. There's actually a YouTube video of my two stepkids, and it was at the first year of the Denver County
Is it
Fair.
on
In the hamster
Yeah,
ball?
in the hamster
Oh,
balls
we're down.
rolling
We'll
around.
watch
Is it
that.
on ground or is it on water?
It's on water.
So that's the water.
Oh,
one.
yeah, and you
Nice.
can
I've seen
fall
lots
and
of those
splash,
videos.
and just trying to stand up is just
Oh, that sounds like
is ridiculous.
so much fun.
Right, I think it'd be fun just to go in there, run and jump and flip around
Well,
and splash in
it was
water.
fun
but
enough
you're
when
not
I saw
actually in
them,
it.
but then late in the evening, after, you know, at late night, you know, 9 o'clock or so, then all of a sudden the adults are in there.
Right.
And, you know, once again, put that right next to the Pot Pavilion, and
That's a good time right there.
Right.
That is a good time right there.
So, what did you say? I'm sorry. Earlier, that was the consumption. Like, how tight are we talking? Like, if you're caught, you're thrown out, or is there like you can go to this back area and just don't do anything stupid, or we just don't know?
originally we were working with the property formerly was Hood Lab. We had tried working with a couple other.
Nearby.
Yeah, we tried working with Steve. Steve, what the hell is his name? Thurlow, because his place is real close to there. And a couple other spots that are real close to there. But again, we're just having such a hard time trying to find some place that is comfortable sponsoring consumption.
Yeah.
And you know, and again, it's a real questionable, or not questionable. It's still just on the line about following.
fresh.
Right, it's fresh.
That's right.
And nobody wants to overstep the bounds. No one wants to be the first place that gets, you know, the door kicked down. And that's already happened to one of the clubs here in town.
And let's not do it at the fair. Let's not
Right.
not have the fair be the place where
And that's the thing. There's the same weekend we've got a hemp festival, and we also have the bongathon. And if for people who are only interested in consumption, I'll be
the
the first to
bongathon
suggest that maybe you need to go camp down South Park. Now, to be honest, there's no way you'd catch me down there, because that sounds like a gauntlet run to me. That sounds like a fish shoot going down a highway and backwards. You know.
That's a good point. I never thought about that.
But put a sticker on the back saying that I'm a deadhead and wonder why you get pulled over. You know,
Right.
or wait, driving while Coloradoing.
Driving under Colorado.
Don't drive in Colorado.
Right, drone. If you leave Colorado, you've got plates. You're gonna get pulled over. It's driving while Colorado.
That's right.
Rent a car, rent a moving truck.
Right, rent a vehicle from Chillicothe, Ohio.
Right.
You know, for God's sakes, anywhere from Colorado.
Right. Call up the rental places. Do you have any cars from anywhere but Colorado?
Right.
Yes, I'll take it.
Great. It's a what? Sounds fine.
I don't.
Did you hear
yeah.
what's happening when people are returning their rental cars?
I want to put in like a veterans bucket right before all of the car lots, because I'm telling you, that should go to the people who are for indigent and all of the veterans who can't afford it.
It's a great
Are people
idea.
that are coming here that don't finish their weed? Do they just leave?
Yeah,
it?
they leave it in the
car.
rental car, and then they turn it in. But unfortunately, the rental companies have said that predominantly they're just throwing it away,
Yeah, that's bull.
because the main thing, and they said
People
they
that are
said
clean-
as
the
much.
people that are cleaning, I know.
They
Of course
try to
of
clean it
course
out
they said
before
that.
it gets to the car wash guys, because the car wash guys will always take it and go to lunch.
Yeah. I read that too. That's bull. I think anyone that's finding it is like 90% of the time they're like, pocket.
Yeah.
You would hope so. It shouldn't go to waste. Somebody took a long time growing that.
Right.
But you know, Scott's point is a really good one. Is that you know,
Hey, just like a voter box, you just put it right before, and it says, you know,
Yeah.
compassion box for veterans.
Like drop your keys here, like
Right.
overnight key drop.
Same
This is your
thing.
last last minute
No one
weed
will
drop.
have to know what
Right.
you put in there and the fact that you couldn't handle your weed. And
You can put recycling bin right next to it and a trash receptacle right next to it so people are comfortable. You're helping out the rental car company because there's that much stuff. You just do it under a sponsorship. I mean, you
I
could
love
get
that
you could
idea.
write a grant that the city would actually cover it, I'm sure.
That
I
is
love
a
that
good idea.
It's a great. Well, don't they have some airports like Aspen Airport has amnesty boxes so that you.
There had been some discussion about it, but I'm not sure if that's
Springs?
actually Colorado Springs. That's cool.
Yeah.
And see, again, why not? You
Why
know?
not? Always coming with some good ideas. Well, we're really excited. Thank you so much for being on tonight. And everyone's got to go to the Denver County Fair on August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Tickets at the door.
Tickets at the door, tickets online at denvercountyfair.org.
Is it easier for people to get their tickets online? Would they be able to get in
Oh,
quicker?
it doesn't really matter. It's going to be pretty easy either way. There's a ton of them. The wristband's good for the whole weekend.
I want to see this Dorito eating contest.
I do too. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be fantastic. I mean, the speed rolling is fabulous, and the karaoke is great.
But the
Oh,
Dorito.
you
Yeah,
have to.
I'm sure you're going to
That's
have some
gonna be
water
That's
or something
so
like
clever.
that.
It is
Would you eat Cool Ranch or would you eat just nacho?
nacho.
I see now. For me, I'm an
You-
old
if-
school. I want the taco flavored.
So I don't eat Doritos, but if you enter, I'll enter, and I'll whoop ya.
That's going to
Probably.
be fun.
I just it's one of those things where
Sunday.
I just don't know if I want to get
Okay.
sick from. You know, it's like
You're not gonna get sick from Doritos. How are you gonna get
from
sick?
from eating 5 minutes worth of Doritos as fast as you can.
Right. You'll
not
smell
gonna get
that
sick.
spice in your nostrils as
Right,
you
like
pop-
I want to
No,
I want to
no,
like
can't say it.
Doritos after that competition. That's the only problem is you'll eat enough to not want to eat any ever.
You were
again.
like you were a puss. That's all I have to say.
No, I just know how to overdo things, and when you overdo something, it
You're
usually
scared.
loses.
I see it.
Le
You were
challenge.
petrified that myself or Chris are gonna eat more Doritos than you, and you're gonna feel less than.
Damn. All right. If it's a challenge between you and me, totally it's on.
I got 5 on it.
And if Chris is in, if the three of us go head to head, I'm down with
Head
that.
to head.
I'm down with that. You know, if I got to bow out because it's like, oh, if I eat any more, I'm going to hate Doritos forever. I will bow out. But if I think I can handle it, I'm going to crush the shit out of you too.
It is on.
Like
This will be on
donkey.
YouTube.
Freaking Donkey Kong.
Which
All
We
right.
will film this. This will be on YouTube. Oh, by the way, the whole process is actually being filmed by the fantastic folks at Valley Home Movies,
Excellent.
and we're hoping that we'll have a DVD that we can then give out to people. And so, if
Super
you weren't able
exciting.
to make it, you can at least see all the activities and all the fun.
And us chowing on the Doritos.
So, we're not broadcasting from there, are we?
We're not.
You're not?
I wish
You could.
we should.
I could find you a booth, I'm sure.
We can talk about it.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right. We have some sponsors to thank as well.
We do.
It's hot in here.
It's warm. It's definitely warm. Oh. You know, there's a Tuesday night joke in there.
Ooh, I don't want to hear it.
Oh.
I won't understand it anyway.
Oh, you will. But I'm not going to say it.
Okay. He thinks he's funny on Monday nights. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy
July.
Monday.
I know you worked 12 hours and now you're done.
I think I am actually.
What
for
did you
the night.
do? I got to tell you, if you guys are not Facebook friends with Richard Scott Taylor, you need to be. You're my favorite Facebook. Your posts are more interesting. You do more interesting things than everybody else put together.
Right, all the repairs, all the things that you fix.
Everything.
that's
You do
awesome.
everything.
It's fun to read. I
Yeah.
agree.
Oh my
I've,
gosh.
I've built 500 square feet of fence this summer and
Oh my gosh.
laid 6,000 feet of sod and hoisted 2 giant humidifiers with a crane onto a roof. And
Wow.
Yeah, that's an art studio close to 29th and Downing.
Wow.
I'm still working on that one, getting it finished. But
Oh my gosh, you're the best. So I hope you get a lot of friend requests from this, but you don't have to accept them all because I know you're.
I
Probably pretty
probably
full.
will. But and I love word of mouth because it's great. I love doing things for people, and I love being able to find people who need things done. So
Well, I can't tell that there's anything that you aren't able to do. Like, you are probably the single most knowledgeable person about everything.
I'm a Jim of most trades. I'm not a jack of all trades yet, but I'm working on it.
I think you're pretty amazing.
Thank you
you're
so
pretty
much.
amazing.
Thanks for letting me come down tonight.
Oh my gosh.
That was great.
Thank you for coming down.
He almost
Oh.
peed his pants waiting for
I
you.
love this place. I wish I could get here more
That
often.
reminds me, we need to do some voice work.
Oh, I'd love to do
Yeah,
that.
we
anytime.
have like 20 ads
Oh my
that
God.
need you. They need you.
You know, I forgot that you did the voices, and it's like, wait a minute, why is this? Everything's coming back together, and then you said that, and it's like, bing, bing, bing.
I know.
That's right.
Fucking
Anything
A.
that I've done, I want Scott to do over because
That's right.
it sounds awful.
I did Thunder. I did some of the Sex Pod. I did You're Running on Grass.
Yeah, but you did an old Edson, Mate, and Matt, so we need to have
That's
you do a
right.
new one.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, there's just. We need to have you do my dad's thing. That would be the best. That's first on my list.
Yeah.
All right. The best one that I did recently
Yeah.
was 7 words for a country radio station. Making babies, eating bacon. Country 93.5.
That's fantastic. Nice. That is fantastic. Well, you were talented. You were talented. If anybody needs voice work, how do you want them to get in touch with you? Facebook is the best way?
Facebook, Urban Miner at Comcast.net. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Look me up.
Yeah. It's
Thanks so
fantastic.
much for letting me come.
Jim of all trades. I love it. All right. We want to thank our sponsors tonight, Edson, Maton, and Matt.
Oh, don't leave yet.
Don't leave. You can't
no.
leave. Edson, Maton, and Matt, Smile High Wellness, Noto Urban Garden Supply, Medical Marijuana of the Rockies, Run on Grass, and my personal favorites.
Dang, now we're playing favorites.
You know,
They better be related to you. If you're
yeah.
gonna play
Well, the choice
personal
is either
favorites.
my husband or my dad, and this one happens to be my dad. Cuffle Collmore and Company, meeting all your insurance needs, especially if you're in this industry. You've got to look them up. CuffleCollmore.com. Thank you. Have I been wrong all night?
Well, it's
Thank
just
you.
at that angle where it could go.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you check them out. Also, this week on Wednesday, the Adam Dunn Show starts at 11:30 a.m. People listen to that stuff. It is fantastic. They're getting so many listeners. It's fantastic. I love it. Same with the Hemp Connoisseur from 4 to 5 on Thursday. Happy Monday. Jeremy and I will be back next Monday. Alyssa, it's been so wonderful, as always, having you here.
2 weeks in a row.
2
This
weeks
has
in a
been
row.
Awesome.
I know. The room smells less when you're here.
It really does.
I don't know why that is, but it does. You fart roses.
And we're thankful for that.
No.
Very thankful for your rosy farts.
That's no.
So thank you for listening to Happy Monday.
Well, thank you for coming down today.
Thank you.
Well, you're supposed to thank me for coming down too, because it's a long drive for both of us.
Oh,
So say no, and thank you for coming down.
You know what? If you didn't come
And I
down,
don't get out of the house much.
I'd be really sad.
In fact, Mondays are about my only day that I do a whole lot. Do.
You said doo doo.
We haven't even talked about poop on this show yet. Well, now we did. We're good.
We talked about farting roses.
Yeah, but that's not the same as pooping. But we just covered it, so we're all good.
Well, we're about to check out on the poop because one of those dogs probably pooped in the.
They Boone pooped before the show while you were in your meeting. I went and cleaned it up, and so we might be okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Hooray!
Hooray. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
We will see you soon. Thank you very much.